Do you find yourself looking for a colorful superfood to add to your diet, but you're not sure where to begin? I have got you covered. That's exactly what we're going to talk about today on Tasty Tidbits with Tiff. My name is Tiffany, and I am so excited you're here. As you hop on, drop a hi in the comments and share where you're watching from. And if you have a friend that could benefit from some helpful tips and tricks when it comes to quick, easy recipes and wine pairing, be sure to share this video with them or tag them in the comments so they don't miss out. My name is Tiffany, and I help busy millennials who feel overwhelmed in the kitchen learn new skills to create quick, healthy recipes with wine pairing. Follow me on social media for daily tips, tricks, recipes, and inspiration. And remember, I go live every Wednesday, 1 o'clock Central for Tasty Tidbits with Tiff. And in today's video, we are going to be highlighting one of my favorite veggies that is now flourishing in our garden this time of year, that is not only a delicious treat, but super nutritious and a huge superfood. So we are going to dive in and learn all about that. And at the end, I will also share some of my favorite recipes to enjoy, and you just might be surprised by the flavor when you give it a try too. So let's get started. Now, this veggie that I'm talking about are these delicious beets. Now, if you are a fan of beets, drop a 1 in the comments. If you do not like beets, if you're like my significant other and think they taste like dirt, drop a 2 in the comments, because I know that these are not for everyone. But like I said, I have got some delicious recipes that even those of you who haven't been a fan of them in the past should still give a try, and you just might be surprised. Now, first, why do you want to incorporate this superfood into your diet? Well, that is a great question. And as more questions arise, I'd love for you to drop them in the comments, and I will check back and answer them to help you learn and grow so we can go through this journey together. Now, when it comes to beets, a typical serving is about 3/4 of a cup. So that's going to be pretty much both of these combined is going to be that 1 serving, about 3 ounces of beets. And in that 1 serving, 3/4 of a cup, you are looking at just 44 calories, but that is filled with nutrients. So in that serving, you are looking at almost 2 grams of protein, 2 grams of fiber, only 10 grams of carbs, so it's a perfect low carb, nutritious veggie, but the benefits continue from there. Beets themselves are super high in folate, magnesium, potassium, making them very heart healthy, as well as healthy for your brain and your gut. Thanks to that fiber, this is going to help promote healthy digestion and make your gut happy, which I know is something that most of us can benefit from. Now, it's also going to be high in nitrates, which helps improve your brain function. So perfect for those of us that are getting older, help a little bit with any memory or forgetfulness that we all experience on a regular basis, especially with how busy today's schedules and agendas are. Now, one of my favorite things is that it's also very high in vitamin C and B6. So this is just some added nutrients to help with your overall health and wellness. Pretty cool. Now, before we dive into some of my favorite recipes, I'm curious, those of you that had dropped 1s or love beets, what are some of your favorite ways to enjoy beets? Drop your ideas in the comments so we can all learn and grow together, and I'm really curious to see how you like to enjoy these. Now, one of my favorites is spiralizing this into beet noodles and making a salad. So you can grab your veggie spiralizer or a julienne peeler to make noodles just like you would zucchini, cucumber, sweet potato, and so many other options. Now with beet noodles, just like with zucchini and cucumber, you can eat them raw. If you want to add a little bit of sweetness, roast them in the oven on a sheet pan for a few minutes, and that's going to bring out the sweet flavors of the beet. Now, I love to make a homemade honey Dijon vinaigrette, and that's what I drizzle over my beet noodles, and then top with a little bit of cracked black pepper. Delicious. But you can also use the noodles as a base with a pasta sauce or whatever dressing you desire. Now, I also love chopping these up and roasting them in the oven with a little bit of balsamic vinegar and cracked black pepper. Amazing in the fall. And you can also, for a fun twist, rice the beets. So again, using a box grater or another peeler, and then just cut them up into tiny pieces. You can actually make veggie burgers out of riced beets. So this is going to be a fun alternative for my vegetarian friends out there. Instead of doing black bean burgers, give beet burgers a try. And they also go delicious with a little bit of balsamic glaze on top. And you can also, like most veggies, slice it with your mandolin and make veggie chips. So beet chips are going to be really good with a little bit of salt and vinegar seasoning, or just a little bit of cracked black pepper. If you have some powdered Dijon mustard, that's another great option to top with those beet chips. And these are going to bake up nicely in either the air fryer or on a sheet pan in your oven. So I would love to hear from you. What other ways are you going to enjoy beets? And with the recipes that I shared, which one catches your attention the most? Feel free to reach out to me personally for the specific recipes. I am more than happy to share my expertise in enjoying these beets, because let's be honest, we really only grow them in the garden for myself since my significant other is not a big fan, but I love them. Now, when it comes to those beet recipes and wine pairing, due to the sweetness of the beets, you want to have a sweet wine that is going to complement that. So either red or white, depending on what you're doing with the side dishes, the dressings, the seasonings, but you want to have a sweet wine to go with. With most of the beet recipes, a Pinot Noir is going to be your best option. It's also extremely versatile based on whatever sides and seasonings you are serving with and on top of the beets themselves. And if you would like to dive in even deeper into food and wine pairing, drop wine in the comments. I will hook you up with my free basic food and wine pairing guide so you can start to elevate your taste buds and wow your friends right away with your next meal.